start recording. Okay. Oh, hey, camera. Goodness. We're gonna get nice and close together. Okay.
Wow. So romantic.
I know, right? Hey. Okay, hey guys, this is BetaCel logging in. I have Miss Puppet here with me.
Hi, guys.
This is my bestest friend in the whole wide world. And she is here to play Danganronpa? Danganronpa. I can never say things right.
It's okay. No one can say this game right. Not even the fans.
Okay, do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Well, basically, Danganronpa, this is the first game in the series. It's about a bunch of high school students who wake up with no memory of what's happened to them and are tossed into this thing called the mutual killing game.
Sounds like high school so far.
Yeah. And then it's basically, it's adventure, it's murder mystery, investigating and solving murders, and doing trials to catch the killers.
Fun things all around. Okay. So I guess all there's left to do is just get this started.
Yeah.
So I need to remember that the mouse doesn't work the same way it usually does, because as you guys at home can see, there's no mouse on the screen, and usually there is, and that's because this game is weird. Like for this, I'm using my mouse wheel.
I mean, technically this is a computer port game.
That makes sense.
So,
okay, I guess let's just go ahead and do a new game. Japanese! Go hard or go home. No, I can't. I can't. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
since it's definitely your first time, you definitely shouldn't do mean.
Challenge accepted. Just leave it on kind, you think? Does it affect anything?
It just affects how the trials are a little bit more difficult. I think it's more like they make you go a little bit further with some of the logic puzzles they make you do.
Okay.
So, like, me and it's like, oh, well, good luck. You better have everything 100% perfect. But I think it's like, I've only played it on kind. So,
okay.
And kind, it's a good enough challenge. Like, if you just want to 100% focus on story, Gentle would be the way to go if you just wanted to focus more on story and not gameplay, but...
I like a little bit of a challenge, so we'll leave it on kind. Let's go in. Oh, we're starting off great.
Go hard or go home.
That is what I said. So that's how we're starting. Interesting. I will say, I like the art style. The whole kind of like the way that it's looks like characters that it kind of like what South Park does with it makes it look like
the paper cutout style.
The paper cutout style, but more like artistic and more sophisticated. And something about it, and like especially when he was like tied up and kind of trying to move around, I really liked it. It gave it more of a creepy vibe. Mm-hmm. And so I do appreciate that art style.
Yeah, that's one of the things this game gets praised a lot for, is the art style of it. it takes that 2D style, but it gives it a 3D feel to all the 2D, while still making it very obviously 2D, because it's a very specific art style that I don't think would work in many other contexts. And I think it almost kind of puts a bit of a dark humor to the darker actions of this game, because it's a little more childlike to have the paper cutout style.
That is a good observation. All right, I'll be question marks. The massive high school towers over all of the other buildings in this bustling I automatically went to suburban. That's not what that says at all. Urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nature's... I can't talk today. It is 7:20. I've apparently ran my word limit for the day.
Well, we're done.
That's it, guys. Bye. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend the school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. Oh. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Before we go any farther, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Makoto Naegi.
Oh, that's it. That's all the voice acting you had fundings for? Okay. As you can see, I'm nothing but a hopelessly average high school student.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least they were kind enough to at least voice act the Japanese names so that us Americans wouldn't be struggling as much with them.
That is true. I like to think that I'm okay at it.
Yeah.
Because I have seen some people try and pronounce Japanese names.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
To the people who don't watch anime, it's a good thing. To the people who watch anime, then they get annoyed and they're like, the Japanese is better.
Average on the outside, average on the inside.
It's me.
It me. I really don't have much going for me when it comes to grades, special abilities, even personality.
Makoto's actually me.
I mean, yeah, I have hobbies and stuff I like to do, but it's not like I'm psychic or mutant or whatever.
Only those 2 things. Those are the only things you can possibly be to get into Hope's Peak. You have to be a mutant X-Men or you have to be psychic.
The only things in the world. Like, if you asked me what my favorite song was, or my favorite movie or TV show, they'd all just be whatever's most popular at that particular moment. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't even say I'm your everyday hero type. That's just who I am. Anyway, I figure it's always good to introduce yourself right off the bat. But you know, if I have any kind of strong point, so to speak, I'd say I'm a little more gung-ho than other people. I mean, look at me. I'm completely ordinary, but still.
That's his ultimate talent.
Here I am, standing in front of the anything but ordinary Hope's Peak Academy. I still can't believe I'm standing here. I wonder if someone like me can survive in a place like this. I wonder if I don't know if they explain this later, but I wonder if, like, the reason they decided to bring in the most average student ever is just because, like, you know how people are like, for the Olympics, there it goes again. People are like, you know what they should do? They should have a normal person compete alongside the other athletes so you can have a comparison to see how amazing they actually are at it. Like, I wonder if that was their intention. Like,
more or less, actually.
We'll just stick you in here, and that way it'll give us like a, what's that word? Like a control test subject. I've got this It's got this overwhelming presence, like it's trying to swallow me whole. But it's no wonder I would feel that way. What you have to understand is, well, let me just tell you about the preparation I did last night to get ready for today. Oh great, they're zooming in force. Hope's Peak only invites those students who are the truly elite in their field. It's such a popular topic, there are threads online dedicated to talking about the school's attendees.
So, I like how he just goes on Reddit forums and just goes to talk about school. Like, people just like, it's time, I'm home from school, time to go on Reddit and talk about how much better everyone else at other schools are at me.
So to prepare, I looked up some of those threads, and all I saw was talk about ultimate students, who are way beyond your average high schooler. For example, one incoming student is the ultimate pop sensation. I guess she's a high school girl who's also the lead singer for a pop group famous all over the country. That was a hiccup. Thanks. There's also the ultimate baseball star. He was the cleanup hitter for the national high school champs. Pro teams already have their eyes on him.
That flash, though.
Then there's the ultimate fashionista.
Babe.
It looks like she's wearing the same thing. There's hardly any clothes in those pictures. She's been on the cover of tons of fashion magazines. She's what every high school girl wants to be.
Still babe.
Oh, and they mentioned the ultimate biker gang leader, too. The scary thing is, he's the de facto leader of every biker gang in Japan. Gangs everywhere love the guy. On top of that, there's the ultimate martial artist, the ultimate fanfic creator.
It me! Just kidding, my fan art is bad. My fanfics are bad.
The ultimate gambler, the ultimate swimming pro, the ultimate programmer, the ultimate clairvoyant, and then some. Reading that made me realize how totally powerless I was. It was the country's finest, top to bottom. The way he was talking about it, he was just like, oh well, what are you gonna do?
It's Trey.
I felt like a tame little house cat who'd wandered into a pride of lions. But still, there was something I couldn't stop thinking about. You see, there were a few students who I couldn't find any info on no matter how much I looked. With all those ultimate students, I'm the only one without any kind of worthwhile talent. But then what about those other new students who didn't seem to pop up anywhere? Could they just be average students like me without any talent or anything?
That sounds
highly doubt it.
That's so degrading. He's like, are they also just like the worst at everything like me? Are they also lame?
That thought was kind of encouraging. I mean, I know I don't have much in the way of personality, but beyond that, there's an even bigger issue. How did such an unbelievably average I can't.
You got this.
How did such an unbelievably average student like me get picked to come to this ultimate high school? I mean, I guess there is a reason. You just have to take one glance
One glance
at the acceptance letter they sent me to see why. We recently held a lottery to select one ordinary student to attend our school. As a result, you have been selected, and we invite you to join us as the ultimate lucky student. Lucky. They spelled it out plain as day. I got invited by pure luck. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just declining their offer, but after hearing how graduating was a guarantee for success later in life, I just couldn't say no. I mean, you don't really have anything going on for you otherwise, I guess. But then actually, standing there in front of the school, I started to feel lost, like I didn't belong there. I could feel myself losing my nerve. But still, I can't just stand here in front of the gate forever.
I mean, you technically can. There's nothing stopping you from standing in front of that gate forever, unless the police come. So,
that's true.
You know.
Frozen in place, murmuring to myself, I looked down at the acceptance letter clutched in my hand. It said there'd be a meeting for all incoming students in the main hall at 8 a.m. The meeting still isn't for a little while, but I should probably just head in. Yeah, let's do this. I gathered up all my determination and tried to act like I'd done this a million times before. And I took my first step toward the main hall. This is where we're supposed to meet, right? I guess I'm the first one here. There's a really elegant clock over in the corner. It says 7:10 a.m. Wow, you're early. I would have just been like, snooze button.
Like, this is 7:50, walking in, maybe.
The meeting doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so there's a full 50 minutes left. Well, at least you're good at math. Makes sense nobody else would be here yet. I was so wound up I got here way too early. I have plenty of time before the meeting. Just standing around waiting isn't exactly...
You could have worked on your contour before school. What are you doing being there so early? Now people are gonna see you without your makeup.
Get that highlight game going strong. You have to make a great first impression.
Get good, boy.
I should take a look around the school. Maybe that'll help me calm down a little. I am a student here now, so there shouldn't be any problem with me having a look around, right? It'll help me kill some time, if nothing else. Trying to play cool, I took my first step into Hope's Peak Academy. It was also my first step towards starting a new life at a new school. At least, that's what I was hoping for. Foreshadowing. What? The dash line? But the instant I took that first step forward, my view became warped, twisted. I don't know why I'm saying that. Punctuation. We haven't even started drinking yet, guys.
Oh boy.
It was like some kind of delusion melting away and mixing together into something else. Spinning, mixing, melting away, and then spinning again.
This is like a Bob Ross painting before and after.
And the next moment, everything went black. That was how it all began. And how life as I knew it came to an end.
Just like high school.
Hey! At that point, I should have realized the reason I was brought to Hope's Peak Academy wasn't because I had ultimate good luck. It was so I could experience ultimate despair. Oh, hey!
Welcome to Despair. Prologue.
Sure. Sure. Oh, so they could only afford grunts. They couldn't afford words.
Honestly, like
the voice actors charge less per minute for grunts than words.
At the main section of the game, like the main part, like the trials and stuff, it's like almost all voice acted.
Ooh.
So that's nice. But like all this in between stuff in the exposition, nah, we get to voice act. Don't worry. When other characters come up, I'll take over.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna need to get some water soon. Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body feels heavy. Well, I mean, are you fat? And that might explain. like me.
Hey.
It's pretty normal for me to zonk off. Who says zonk?
Makoto Naegi, apparently.
Okay. I have not heard the word zonk in a long time.
I keep on bumping this thing.
It's okay. It's an awkward kind of placement here. Let's move it forward a smidgen.
There. I guess I'll put my hands up here. One here, one here. Just the rest of the stream.
It's pretty normal for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now?
Maybe the class was so boring it just wiped your mind completely. Like math class used to do for me.
This isn't a classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ooh. It's neat. Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy. Firstly, we'd like to explain the basic controls. You can use the mouse to adjust your aim.
Now the mouse comes in, but it...
Aim? There's gonna be aiming? I'm so bad at aiming. There's a reason I don't play FPSs.
Well, I don't either, but I somehow managed to beat this game, so you can too. And you're better at me than things, so...
Better at you than things? Not an accident.
Ew.
You can use the mouse to adjust your aim. If you aim at an object you can interact with, you can press the left mouse button. And presto, you'll investigate that object. Use the WASD buttons to adjust your viewpoint.
The WASD.
The WASD. Or you can press and hold the right mouse button. The right mouse button, NAND. / NAND. Move the mouse around. I think the editing crew missed a slide.
Maybe.
Why don't you try looking around the classroom?
I don't want to, Mommy. See, there you go. Now you have a cursor.
Oh, look at that. Okay, hang on once. Oh, what's this? Observation. Press the tab key to observe the room you're in. This will display what people and objects you can interact with. Exit return. Press the R key to exit to the hallway or return to whatever room you were just in. Press the A and D keys at the same time to return the camera view to normal. Okay. Oh, that's the desk I fell asleep on. I can still see a line of drool I must have left there. That's
TMI.
gross. I'll have to clean that up later. Why not now? That's disgusting.
Bruh. Makoto's what's wrong in the world. No wonder he's painfully average. He was too busy not cleaning up his spit to do anything to make himself worthy.
Ew. Hey, what's on that desk? Or on the desk? Hey there, new kid. The next semester is about to start. Starting today, this school will be your entire world. Hey, they said that before.
That's actually high school.
An orientation guide?
It's for kindergarten, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. It's some kind of cheap-looking pamphlet, and there's something handwritten on it.
Obviously, they didn't let the Ultimates actually work on this, or else it would have been nice.
They had to rush it because they didn't expect anyone to be there so early.
They're like,
they were still
crap.
putting them together, and then this kid shows up, and they were like, "You're too soon!"
Oh no! Wait, no one else is here. None of the other students are here. Yeah, quick! The principal brought his daughter to school. Draw on this.
And then it says just what I said. What the hell? Is this someone's idea of a joke?
Maybe.
Is that a surveillance camera? It's a dangerous world we live in. I guess they have these to keep weirdos from just wandering in.
Cameras don't stop weirdos from wandering in. It just records that they walked in,
Right.
so you can identify them later.
Right? I thought the gate was to keep.
That the gate is to keep people out. That's why we have walls.
Geez, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. It was just after 7 when I first got here. Has it really been almost an hour since then?
If you worked on your contour, you would have been woke too woke to go ahead and fall asleep like that.
Oh, this is interesting. Again, this is where the art style comes into play, and it's really cool.
Like, see what I mean? It's like it's got that 2D at 3D effect at the same time. Like they, like it's a really weird way to make it happen, but like it works.
What's this? What the heck? In any normal classroom, that's where a window should be. But it looks like some kind of metal plate has been bolted over it.
I can't be anime and just stare out the window in the middle of class now.
And if I were to knock on it... Yep, definitely metal. Thick too. Very solid. Wait.
Not like my abs.
That's not what matters here. More importantly, why are there metal plates over the windows?
Maybe the windows were broken and they had nothing else.
I mean, funding's tight these days.
Even if you
Education
are a
costs.
bunch of ultimates, like...
I mean, they did say it was government funded.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. So what might have happened is... Got myself so wound up, I passed out in the main hall, and then someone carried me here? If that's true, it must mean... This is a classroom inside Hope's Peak!
Why is that his first explanation? Who carries someone to a classroom right after you find, wow, there's this random dude passed out. Let's take him to a classroom. Instead of, let's take him to the nurse's office.
We just talked about this. They don't have the money for it, okay?
It's actually just a giant building, but they could only afford one classroom, and so they were just like, well, we're gonna put him in here.
I mean, you can only have so many best stats. So, I mean... But if that's true, that just raises more questions. This is all really strange. I mean, those metal plates covering the windows, it's like it's a prison or something. None of this makes any sense. I should probably head back to the main hall. It's already past the meeting time. There might be other students there now.
Nope, you're the only student in this academy now. It's great.
You can leave the classroom by pressing the R key. Okay, so that was a kind of a long intro. It looks like it's going to be a lot of story left over until we start getting into any of the meaty stuff, but I do want to keep these segments a little bit shorter just because it's a big game, and I want to make sure that all of the videos are coming out okay with audio and everything, because it's still a learning process here on this end. But I will be trying to upload these in a good succession, so like one day and one the next. I'm gonna do my best to keep that schedule up. We're gonna be continuing in this session in just a second, but I do want to end this video right here. If you guys are liking it, leave a comment in the section below, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, share with your friends, and we will see you next time. This is BetaCel and Puppet logging off.